Leeds and Widnes do battle for the second time in a week in another vital match towards the outcome of the First Division Championship. Widnes' 2018 victory last weekend over Leeds has put the pressure on the home side today, who must win to maintain their outside chance of taking the Division 1 Championship for the very first time. In fact, Widnes moved back to the top of the league table with that victory last week over Leeds, who slipped to 4th position. Coach Peter Fox has taken a gamble with the inclusion of Terry Webb, speedily recovered from his dislocated jaw sustained against Salford 10 days ago, and he's playing at hooker in the absence of David Ward, leaving Colin Maskell on the substitutes bench. Other changes in the Leeds ranks from the Naughton Park defeat include Lyons at scrum half for Kevin Dick, Keith Rain moving to number 8 with Powell at number 10, Kevin Rain and Paul Medley forming a speedy second row pairing, and Richard Gunn on the substitutes bench for only the second time this season, following his fine display in a Lions Cup victory at Wigan last Wednesday when Leeds won 26-22. But the Liners still lack their vastly experienced prop forward Jeff Gratian. Widnes too show several changes to their side, but it looks a very much stronger outfit than the one which defeated Leeds 2018 at Naughton Park last week. They include their 3 test men, Mick Burke, Tony Myler and John Fieldhouse, with John Myler back at scrum half, and Kurt Sorensen unfortunately misses this afternoon's clash, with Mike O'Neill moving to prop, and Paul Hume, who faced Leeds at scrum half last Sunday, reverts to his second row position this afternoon. One interesting factor is the fact that Widnes include 2 brothers at half-back, 2 different brothers to the pairing which faced Leeds last weekend. On that occasion it was Paul Hume and David Hume at half-back for Widnes. Today they have John and Tony Myler in those roles. Widnes' record at Headingley is not too convincing down the years. They've only won here 6 times in 28 visits, but in fact 5 of those victories have come in post-war years, and 3 of them coming in Division 1 football since 1977. Of course, they won on their last visit here just over a year ago in the Challenge Cup first round, when they defeated Leeds by 14 points to 4, while their last visit here in league football was almost 2 years ago, when Leeds recorded 43 points to 10. Quite a large crowd assembled for this vital Division 1 game, as I've said. Halifax, of course, play Halifax this afternoon, and a victory by Leeds over Widnes would put Halifax back at the top of Division 1. 2 captains, 2 new captains from last week, in fact, David Heron in charge of Leeds, and Mick Burke, the Widnes captain. Burke, the man who has represented Great Britain more times than any other Widnes player in history, and a player who scored over 1,500 points for the club, which he joined in 1978 from Waterloo Rugby Union. So Leeds then looking for revenge from last week's defeat at Naughton Park, and a vociferous crowd backing them here at Headingley. Cliff Lyons kicks off. Leeds playing from left to right, and the man to field possession for Widnes is wingman, a debutant this afternoon, Steve Bayliss, the former Fulham and St Helens wingman. John Fieldhouse, the test prop forward, back in the second row position for Widnes this afternoon, met by that tackle there from Keith Rain. The tackling, as expected, keen in these early stages. Good inside pass by John Myler, gets Fred Whitfield into his stride quickly, and the support there to Richard Ayres, but Ayres loses possession. It's fielded by Andrew Smith for Leeds. But that just showed the power of Fred Whitfield, who almost destroyed Leeds last week at Naughton Park. Oh, and a bad pass there, losing Leeds possession, and frustration showing with Kevin Rain throwing that ball down angrily. But it was a bad pass to Cliff Lyons, and he couldn't hold it. So the first scrum of the afternoon for Terry Webb in the hooking role this afternoon for the first time since a game at St Helens last December, which Leeds lost by 48 points to 16. So Webb will be hoping for a better omen this afternoon as Widnes take the first scrum, move the ball up the blind side through Richard Ayres. Chemics, of course, renowned for their resilience. They've won so many times away from home this season. In fact, they've won 6 times in 10 away matches in league football and drawn on 1 occasion at Oldham. John Gilbert there, the signing from Featherstone Rovers, tackled by Roy Powell. Into the line once again, Fieldhouse gets the ball away to Andy Ruane. This is John Myler jinking, and good tackle there by Keith Rain. Halts the scrum half for Widnes. Kick downfield, that's a short one, but it's going to find touch just outside the Leeds 25. Widnes, of course, will bank on the fact that Andy Ruane should get more possession from the scrum than Terry Webb. Lions with the feed, and Widnes almost pushing Leeds off that ball, but Leeds in fact getting the heel, and Wilkinson quickly into the line, taking that pass from Cliff Lyons. Good tackle by Tony Myler. Creaser to Haig. Leeds moving it left towards Lyons. He's lost possession, and a possible knock on there by Widnes, but the advantage law allowed to go. Curry picking the ball up for Leeds. And Wilkinson very much in the line. Webb gets the ball away to Heron, offering a dummy, but Andy Ruane makes the tackle. Maskill to Keith Rain, distinguished by that red headband. 3 Widnes men coming across to make the tackle on the prop forward. Webb with the kick for touch. That's a good one, but well fielded that time by John Basnett. Basnett comes in field, beats that first tackle, chased there by Cliff Lyons. A good tackle, halting the wingman, who of course won the league game last week for Widnes with that try 4 minutes from time. John Myler, good long pass there, gets the pass to Richard Ayres, and he gets it out to Fieldhouse. Tony Myler to Ruane, Whitfield, Mike O'Neill, but possession well picked up there by Mick Burke, in fact, when they looked as though they've lost possession, Widnes. And John Myler will put the kick downfield and finds Leeds out of position, continuing from where they left off at Naughton Park. Widnes kicking Leeds back down the field, catching Carl Gibson on that occasion out of position. Lyons, of course, in the Leeds ranks this afternoon from the kick-off, playing his first full game in 6 matches. In fact, he will try to do the same, no doubt, for Leeds. And a penalty to Leeds at that scrum. Mr. Berry, the referee from Batley, giving the penalty to the Yorkshire side. And Lyons finding touch with a good kick downfield, putting Leeds on the attack for the first occasion. Leeds looking to extend a run of 5 successive home victories after a bad spell of 4 consecutive home league defeats. And inside the 25 for the first time. Lyons feeds Powell, such an eager worker in this Leeds side. Back at prop 4 this afternoon. Heron to Haig, met there by Tony Myler. Oh, and an offence there, surely, and 10 yards again. Tony Myler disputing the decision by Mr. Berry, but that was clearly an offence at the play of the ball. David Creaster, no doubt, will take this opportunity to try and put Leeds onto the score sheet. Might get a chance to see that offence once again. Yes, here we'll see it. Haig met in the tackle by Myler, and in fact the offender was probably Richard Ayres. No, it was definitely use of the head there by Tony Myler, and of course he disputed that decision. Mr. Berry rightly taking Widnes back a further 10 yards and giving Leeds the opportunity to get this penalty. Quite a simple shot by David Creaser's standards. 54 goals for Leeds this season. But in fact he's pulled that wide, and so Leeds still on level terms. So Leeds 0, Widnes 0. And John Myler with the dropout from the Widnes 25. gaining some 50 yards, fielded by Paul Medley. 2-try here off a great, and he's off on a great, tremendous run there, but really should have kept him away from that touchline and pulled into touch by John Basnett. Inexperience perhaps showing on the 19-year-old there, but Medley, a player for the future, scored 2 tries for Great Britain Colts last Saturday, and then scored 2 tries in Leeds Alliance victory at Wigan on Wednesday. Tremendous performance by the Leeds reserve team, who now meet Warrington in the second round of Headingley on Tuesday. John Myler with the feed, and in fact Mr. Berry still not happy with the way the scrum is formed, but Widnes get the heel this time, and John Myler uses the blind side. Good cover though by David Heron, quickly out of the scrum there to make that tackle on the elder of the 2 brothers, the 2 Myler brothers, and that's Mike O'Neill. His brother Steve O'Neill out of the ranks at the moment. John Myler gives it to Ayres, out to Tony Myler, misses a man out of the tackle, and the ball is dropped there on that occasion. And Neil Haig couldn't pick the ball up either. Tony Myler losing possession. Certainly a bit of friction between the 2 half-backs, Neil Haig and Tony Myler, in the early stages of this game. Wilkinson into the line, pushing off that tackle of Richard Ayres and eventually falling to the tackle of Paul Hume. Webb brings on Keith Rain, and Keith Rain met by his Great Britain's successor in the prop forward role, John Fieldhouse. Haig slips a pass to Curry in such tremendous form of late, and looking to get an inside pass to Carl Gibson, couldn't manage it. But Gibson now from acting half-back feeds Ian Wilkinson, who's tackled copybook style there by Fred Whitfield. Been out of the Widnes side for so much of this season, but we saw his potential at Naughton Park last week, and that's good play by Cliff Lyons. Leeds losing possession, and Lyons forcing the scrum rather than allowing Widnes to simply pick the ball up and gain possession. Good thinking by the Australian. Widnes, in fact, well, they look to have won that scrum, but the pack has to be reformed. And John Myler gets the ball from the scrum heel. Mick Burke sidestepping there, that tackle, attempted tackle by Ian Wilkinson, his opposite number, eventually tackled by Lyons. Short ball to Ruane, gets the pass out to Richard Ayres, looking to get the ball all the way to his supports, but Teddy Webb, as ever, into the tackle quickly. Fieldhouse turns and gets a good pass away to John Myler, but that was good cover by David Heron for Leeds. Tony Myler into his stride. Once again, the man to make the tackle, Teddy Webb. Widnes once again looking to pen Leeds back inside their own 25, and that's a good kick downfield by John Myler. Teddy Webb certainly, if he doesn't get much ball from the scrums, he'll make up for that with his defensive stint, tackling everything that's moved. Widnes with a foothold inside the Leeds 25 and a scrum just 10 yards from the Leeds line. And Widnes get the heel, in fact, against the head. It's Tony Myler bringing on David Hume. Good football by the Chemics now, and David Hume well tackled by Kevin Rain, actually, as Tony Myler gets the pass out to Fred Whitfield, and Whitfield gets the ball away to Mike O'Neill, but Leeds' cover is good, it's firm, it has to be, because Widnes quite prepared to move this ball. Ayres, tackled by Medley, 2 of the young starlets of the future possibly for Great Britain. Oh, good dummy there by John Myler, and an inside pass to Fred Whitfield, knocked down by Teddy Webb, the ball hitting the post there and fielded by Cliff Lyons. Of course, the post and the crossbar hold such nightmares for Leeds in matches against Widnes, as Wilkinson brings the ball clear with a thundering run. Teddy Webb, nothing fancy there inside his own 25, just bringing the ball away from acting halfback. Lyons looking to clear the lines with a big kick downfield, he does so. This will make John Basnett chase, but he gets back to that kick. But David Creaser up very quickly to make the tackle. Mike O'Neill to John Gilbert, and what a tackle that was by Powell. But he got the pass out to Mike O'Neill. Some copybook tackling by Leeds in these early stages. As Ayres gets the pass away to John Myler, to his brother Tony. Short pass to Fred Whitfield, losing possession, Widnes there. Widnes top of the league, 15 victories and 2 draws in 21 matches. Leeds in 4th position now with 12 victories, 2 draws and 6 defeats in their 20 matches. As Widnes get yet another scrum heel. Ayres tackled by Keith Rain. Ruane. Widnes changing the point of attack. Without much success there. Widnes actually looking stumped for ideas at this moment in time, as Leeds' tackling doesn't allow them to make much progress. Ayres thought about kicking there, but gets the pass out of the tackle. Good football by Widnes. Gilbert looking inside for Basnett, and Leeds quickly in to halt the Widnes danger man there, making sure there's no repeat from last Sunday. Myler kicking and the ball rebounding kindly off Neil Haig, and Fieldhouse has it now. A lofted pass, finds David Hume. Outside him is the debutant winger Steve Bayliss, but the 6th tackle, the turnover, and Tony Curry gets it for Leeds. Heron coming blindside, giving the ball to Carl Gibson, trying to use that sidestep, tackled by Steve Bayliss. Plays the ball, now it comes to Lyons. Lyons to Webb. Good pass to Haig, sidesteps inside that tackle of Richard Ayres. But Ayres hung on. Webb to Keith Rain. Misses out Medley, gets the ball to Creaser, but good tackle there from John Gilbert. Andy Smith coming on an inside run. Still no score. As Webb gets the ball to Haig. Lyons coming, tremendous run by Cliff Lyons, dummying. Certainly makes all the difference to this Leeds side. Webb, Keith Rain trying the kick. Certainly a variety of kickers in the Leeds ranks, with Roy Powell trying the kick last week, and good tackling there by Andrew Smith, bringing Tony Myler into touch on the first tackle. A great bit of standoff, not too pleased with that, I wouldn't think. Leeds actually not doing too badly in these scrums at the moment. But in fact losing that one against the head. And Cliff Lyons has to be quickly on his heels to get that tackle on John Myler. Mike O'Neill. But not too many players get around Roy Powell. Certainly a copybook tackle there around the bootlaces, as Fieldhouse gets a good pass out of the tackle to Paul Young, but he couldn't hold it in fact, and Heron passes to Tony Curry, does well to retrieve that possession for Leeds. Gibson sidestepping into the tackle of John Gilbert. Plays the ball. Curry to Heron, brings on Wilkinson. Loves to link from full-back, the former Scunthorpe footballer. Only scored 2 tries this season though, Ian Wilkinson, surprisingly, because he links so effectively. Curry almost into that gap there, looking on the inside once again for Gibson. Already struck a tremendous understanding together, these two, and Lyons just puts the short kick into touch inside the Widnes 25. Scrum's certainly causing some problems this afternoon. Mr. Berry obviously wanting the procedure to be correct. But a penalty against Leeds for feeding Cliff Lyons. So Leeds, who have won 5 successive home games since Christmas, defeated Dewsbury, Oldham, Swinton, Featherstone Rovers and Salford, facing their most daunting task in that run, that sequence today, against the Widnes side who have won on so many grounds this season. Mike O'Neill takes the ball up to the halfway marker. John Myler gets a good pass away to John Fieldhouse, the test second row forward, turns and gets the pass away to Tony Myler, went backwards, not a knock on. Fieldhouse there, the power of the ex-Warrington man there, coming off that pass from John Myler. He gets another good pass out to Richard Ayres, he finds Basnett, but he stepped into touch, and Leeds tackling good on that occasion. Andrew Smith, no doubt been told to keep a watchful eye on the wingman John Basnett, the leading try scorer for Widnes this time, 11 tries, scored his 80th try in fact for Widnes last week against Leeds, 80 tries in 155 appearances. And once again a penalty against Leeds at this scrum. So Leeds beginning to be penalised rather heavily at the scrums. That's 2 on the trot. Certainly doing well in the face of a lack of scrum possession. Leeds to be holding Widnes to no score. Basnett with the tap penalty inside the Leeds 25, tackled by Terry Webb. Remarkable recovery by Terry Webb actually from a dislocated jaw to be back after just 10 days. There fears actually initially that he might be out for the rest of the season, but courageous player is Terry Webb as Fieldhouse loses possession for Widnes. A knock on with the Leeds post in sight. Leeds get a scrum heel at last, and Neil Haig with possession, turns to get the pass away to Wilkinson. It wasn't a very good one, but he took it past somewhere around about his throat, and he was immediately tackled by his opposite Mick Burke, 2 of the biggest, heftiest fullbacks in rugby league and 2 of the safest men under the high ball. As Medley comes away for Leeds, gets the pass out to Andrew Smith, but it wasn't a good one, and Smith couldn't hold it, and so Leeds losing possession inside their own 25. Peter Fox, no doubt, not too pleased about that aspect of the Leeds game. Should try and retain possession inside your own 25. So it's John Myler with the feed. Crowd feeling that Leeds deserved a penalty on that occasion, but John Myler offered a second opportunity. And this time Leeds get the penalty, much to the delight of the South Stand crowd. And David Creaser has this opportunity to relieve pressure on the Leeds 25. Cliff Lyons with the tap penalty, working the move with Terry Webb, bringing on Roy Powell through that first tackle of John Fieldhouse. Strong, forceful player Powell, always ready for work. And Keith Rain regaining some of his form, which 2 years ago took him to Australia. Heron with a long pass, a hopeful pass really, and he knows it was a bad one. Shakes his head in frustration there because Andrew Smith really didn't have much chance of taking that ambitious pass of David Heron's, as John Myler gets the ball once again from the scrum, but Heron, like a good loose forward, should out quickly from the pack to cover the scrum half, making the break. And Fieldhouse showing nothing of the form which was such a revelation in Test football against New Zealand. Paul Hume, who played scrum half last week, in the second row position this afternoon. And Richard Ayres with that short kick over the top, but Wilkinson quickly took it, bounced off Ayres into the arms of Neil Haig, and Neil Haig bringing on Medley on an inside run. He beats the first defender. Medley's off over those storming runs that's become his trademark. Burke's coming across, but he's beaten him. He's slipped. Can he get up and beat the tackle of Basnitz? He can. Tremendous try for Paul Medley. Oh, that's brought the house down, and rightly so, because Paul Medley, who scored 4 tries in a week for Great Britain Colts and Leeds Reserves, scores a tremendous 3rd try of the season for Leeds. Here it comes again. Medley off the inside pass from Neil Haig, bursting clear with tremendous pace. Mick Burke came across. Few would have thought that Medley could have beaten Burke, but he did. He still had the work to do. He slipped and beat the tackle, the despairing tackle of John Basnetz. What a try from Paul Medley. That's given Leeds a deserved lead at 4 points to 0. Absolutely glorious try by Paul Medley, that one. Reminiscent actually of the tries he scored when he came into the Leeds team just over a year ago. He scored 1 against Workington Town on his debut like that, which won him the Man of the Match award that day. And of course he scored 2 against Bridgend in the Challenge Cup. But that one, probably one of his best ever because of the quality of opposition. And to beat Mick Burke like he did, tremendous. So David Creaser has this very difficult conversion attempt, his 2nd attempt at goal this afternoon. That certainly set the crowd alight, that try. But he's really missed that one badly, Creaser, so the score remains 4 points to 0. Paul Medley making his first full appearance in 7 games, and that's his first try since the one against Oldham on New Year's Day. A very similar effort, in fact. This is the kick once again being pulled wide by David Creaser. So Leeds have a lead of 4 points to 0. David Creaser not having the best of fortune with his kicking so far. 2 attempts, 2 misses, but Creaser gets possession from the kickoff, chopping the ball with his foot like a good professional should. And Webb gives the ball to Keith Rain, eager for work. Really back to his best form, Keith Rain, and certainly Peter Fox going to have a big problem on his hands choosing a pack next week for the 3rd round of the Challenge Cup. Of course, the draw to be made tomorrow morning. And these 2 teams in the next round, hopeful, of course, that they won't be meeting one another for a 3rd successive week. And Leeds losing possession on that tackle. Ruane, in fact, getting possession for Widnes. Richard Ayres doesn't look half as lively as he did last week at Naughton Park. John Myler brings on Fieldhouse. This is a ploy Widnes have used already this afternoon, but Fieldhouse losing possession, and David Creaser does the simple thing, falls on possession. And Medley coming once again blindside, but Tony Myler ready and waiting on that occasion. Powell for Leeds. Always ready to take the ball up, do his tackling. Plays the ball to Webb, comes to Lyons. Lyons with a lofted pass out there to Carl Gibson. Missed about 4 men out with that pass, and Gibson just couldn't take the ball. Bounced actually around his feet, and possession was lost. Yet another scrum heel for Widnes then, with John Myler feeding his brother Tony Myler. Comes up the blind side, but Paul Medley out of the scrum quickly to make the tackle. John Myler, the heart of almost every Widnes move, shrugging off that tackle of Keith Rains, but eventually falling to one from Roy Powell. That was almost a high tackle, but Fieldhouse burst through it. Ruane to Ayres, and Ayres looking for support. Tries to get a pass out, an ambitious attempt to get a pass out to Paul Hume, but it didn't succeed in fact, and Creaser got possession back for Leeds as Wilkinson storms onto that pass, that short pass from Terry Webb, and Webb acting half-back now. Gets the pass out to Lyons. And Leeds really at 6s and 7s there. In fact, I think I must have thought that the whistle had gone. It hadn't. Lyons to Haig, looking for Tony Curry on the inside run, and Curry's stormed through that first tackle. He's got Gibson on his inside, slips the ball to Gibson, the support for Cliff Lyons. Cliff Lyons is going to score for Leeds. Yes, 8 points to 0. A glorious move for Leeds, covering about 65-70 yards, started by Haig, taken on by Curry, Gibson and Lyons. Tremendous support play by Leeds. 8 points to 0, and that's Cliff Lyons' 16th try of the season. Top try scorer for Leeds, and he scored of course last week at Widnes, but this is the move again. Lyons got the pass away to Haig. Haig gave an inside pass to Curry, who burst through that tackle by Tony Myler. Got inside support there from Carl Gibson. Gibson superbly got the pass out of the tackle, and Lyons still had it all to do, but burst through that tackle from Steve Bayliss, and a tremendous try for Leeds. 8 points to 0. It was difficult to imagine that Paul Medley's try could be surpassed, but it was on that occasion, because the support play was absolutely exemplary. You won't find better support play than that. So Cliff Lyons, 16 tries now in 24 appearances for Leeds, and proving every bit as good as he was tipped to be. And the goal as well, converted by David Creaser. 10 points to 0 now, Leeds in the lead. Creaser at last finding his form with the boot. That's his first goal from 3 attempts. And Leeds now 10 points to 0 in the lead, with two of the tries of the season. So Creaser once again retrieves possession for Leeds from the kick-off, but really the crowd must be absolutely ecstatic with those 2 Leeds tries, auguring well for next week for the Cup, of course. But that's a bad ball to lose inside your own 25 by Keith Rain. Probably took his eye off that pass, and his Great Britain tourist colleague of 1984, Mike O'Neill, picked that ball up. Richard Ayres for Widnes, looking to get a pass away for Tony Myler. There was an obstruction, in fact, on Tony Myler. Yes, good decision that one by Jeff Berry. Neil Haig was tugging Tony Myler back by his shirt, and John Myler has the opportunity to restore some respectability to the scoreline for the league leaders. 18 goals and 3 drop goals this season, John Myler. Not normally the Widnes kicker. In fact, he must have succeeded Mick Burke this afternoon. Doesn't take a long run up, but he's kicked that one. So Widnes back in the hunt at 10 points to 2, with John Myler's 19th place goal of the season. 10 points to 2 then to Leeds. Widnes right back in the hunt. Of course, a side you could never write off, Widnes. Looking for their first championship success in 8 years. They've not won the championship since 1977-78. Leeds, of course, never have they won the Division 1 championship. Something that many fans would like to see rectified this season. Outside chance of it if they can hold this lead this afternoon. Widnes, of course, lacked their Kiwi test prop forward Kurt Sorensen this afternoon, but still have Mike O'Neill in that slot. Here is Mike O'Neill. Tell you, we're absolutely hungry for work. John Myler with the kick, charged down there by Neil Haig. Of course, a charge down try last week almost brought Leeds victory when Cliff Lyons charged down a kick and put Leeds in the lead at Naughton Park, 18-14. Leeds moving up quickly onto this Widnes attack. Teddy Webb there again, you see, quickly up to deny Fred Whitfield any room to run at all. John Myler to Ayres, to Paul Hume, to Tony Myler. Myler gets the pass out to Berg. Good football by Widnes this. Inside pass to Bayliss. And Bayliss gets the pass out of the tackle to David Hume. Normally a half-back, David Hume. He can play scrum half or stand off. He's been moved to centre this afternoon. I think he was trying to kid the referee into giving a penalty there, but Mr. Berry too wise for that one. And Widnes getting a pass out of the tackle. The crowd annoyed at Leeds allowing them to do this, but good football on Widnes' part this, as Rowan gets the pass away to Tony Myler. Chip kick over the top, well fielded by Cliff Lyons. Tony Myler never afraid to put the kick into action. Wilkinson to Haig. Haig into his stride. Got support there in David Creaser, and was that pass fractionally forward? Mr. Berry thought so. Many of the crowd didn't, in fact. It was a hairline decision. It could really have resulted in a third Leeds try because Creaser was away into his stride, but the pass from Neil Haig to David Creaser, judged forward. Widnes scrum heel, Myler to Tony Myler, who kicks on the first tackle, an unusual occurrence, but he spotted Wilkinson out of position. Very shrewd, quick thinking by Tony Myler. Saw Ian Wilkinson up from the fullback position and put the kick, expertly judged, to the in-goal area. He's just got back in time to kick that ball dead, so it's a drop out underneath the Leeds goal post, but very quick thinking indeed by Tony Myler. Great Britain's standoff half, of course, regarded by Maurice Bamford as the outstanding standoff in the world, which is some sweeping statement when you think of men like Brett Kenny, Wally Lewis, and of course the likes of Cliff Lyons, who can play standoff, normally a standoff in Australia, but found the scrum half position to his liking in England. Lyons with a drop out underneath the Leeds goalpost. It goes some 35-40 yards. Myler with the chip kick over the top of the Leeds defence. Gibson's there, so it's Wilkinson, but they've both missed it, in fact, and that's going to be a simple try for Widnes. Steve Bayliss. That was a terrible blunder for Leeds by Gibson and Wilkinson, possibly neither of them called, as Myler put the chip kick up. It bounced away from them, in fact, and the ball kindly stood up for Steve Bayliss to score a debut try for Widnes. And Widnes, the First Division leaders, right back in this game now at 10 points to 6. With a soft try, it really does make you wonder. Leeds scored two glorious length of the field tries, but they only count the same value as that one by Steve Bayliss. So 6 points to Widnes now, 10 to Leeds. And the First Division leaders indicating that they will not give this game up at all. A difficult conversion attempt for John Myler. And in fact he's missed that kick, so the score remains 10 points to 6. Wasn't too far away with the effort, John Myler. Very versatile player in the Widnes ranks. Played scrum half, full-back, stand-off, and of course loose forward. Took to the loose forward position when Mick Adams retired. That's a soft kick-off by Cliff Lyons. I don't think he quite middled that one. Just went the required 10 yards distance. Richard Ayres getting the pass out of the tackle to Paul Hume. He finds Tony Myler's beginning to recapture all his old form here. Those two kicks, of course, caused Leeds problems. John Myler gets the pass to Paul Hume, but that was a tremendous tackle from Tony Curry. Really hit Paul Hume with his shoulder there in his midriff, and that was a copybook tackle by Curry coming in from the centre. In fact, the linesman spotted an infringement. I think there's been a tussle once again between Tony Myler and Neil Haig. Been a sort of running battle between those two all afternoon. In fact, it is Neil Haig and Tony Myler. Although in fact Richard Ayres being called up on this occasion. Certainly looks like mistaken identity, because Tony Myler appeared to be involved in that incident. Penalty to Leeds. So David Creaser has the opportunity to extend the Leeds lead to 12-6 with his 4th attempt at goal. Leeds have won 6 home games out of 10 this season, losing 4. Losing to York, Wigan, Hulkingston Rovers and Halifax. That defeat by York particularly could prove costly at the end of the season when the championship reckoning is taken into account. While Widnes have won on their away visits to Hull, Dewsbury, York, St Helens, Hull KR and Halifax, with a draw coming at Oldham. So that's a tremendous away record by Widnes, who also won at Featherstone in the Challenge Cup first round. That's never an easy task. Creaser then with this 30-yard angled penalty. His 4th attempt of the afternoon. Looks a good one, but it's drifted just to the left of the goalpost there. So Creaser misses with his 4th attempt. Well, he allowed for the slight breeze, but it just drifted left, and so score remains 10 points to 6. And Medley, oh, that's a bad mistake by Paul Medley. Trapped the ball correctly with his foot and then mishandled the ball as he stooped to pick the ball up. Bad error there. And that's allowed Widnes a sight of the Leeds 25 once again, and they get the scrum heel almost automatically. John Gilbert, he's been very quiet in this first half. His 2nd appearance for Widnes. John Myler, possibly the outstanding Widnes player this afternoon. Ruane gets the ball away to Tony Myler. Possible case for obstruction there, not given. Tony Myler taps the ball to himself, no marker, gets the pass away to David Hume. Hume on an inside run, met by the tackle of Tony Curry. Not many centres get much change out of Curry in his present mood. Fieldhouse, good tackle there by Kevin Ray, but he got the pass away. Ruane, back to John Myler, up goes the bomb. This will be a tester for Wilkinson. Jumps and takes that ball very well with Mick Burke breathing down his neck. Expertly judged kick that one by John Myler, but Wilkinson, safe as houses there, with his opposite number, Mick Burke. 2 15-stone fullbacks, possibly a sign of the times in modern rugby league. Big fullbacks required to repel the bomb. So it's a dropout once again under the Leeds post, taken by Cliff Lyons. 40 yards, fielded once again by Paul Hume. And Teddy Webb, as ever, first up to make the tackle. Leeds 10, Widnes 6, as the Chemics try to grab what would surely be an undeserved lead before half-time. Ayres gets the long pass out to Mike O'Neill. Whitfield's lost possession, it's straight into the hands of Andrew Smith. Smith plays the ball to Lyons, comes blindside, gives it to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson relieves pressure for Leeds. Certainly takes some of the weight off of his forwards as Wilkinson, when he comes into the line in that manner. Sidestepped by Haig into the tackle of John Myler. Stealing the ball surely there. Penalty to Leeds, yes. Leeds in fact choosing to run the ball through Terry Webb on the half-time hooter in fact. So Leeds have this 10 points to 6 lead, courtesy of 2 of the finest tries you'll see this season from Paul Medley and Cliff Lyons. The Leeds souvenir shop in the Pavilion car park open Monday to Friday, 9:30 AM to 3:30 PM.
Telephone 788 740 and open on every match day. Be at the Rugby League Roadshow at the Meanwood Working Men's Club on Wednesday, March the 19th, starting at 8 p.m. for the Roy Dickinson Testimonial Rugby League Roadshow, hosted by Keith Macklin, featuring star auctioneer Mick Morgan and ace impressionist Neil Holding. Tickets priced £2 from Roy or at the Leeds Rugby League souvenir shop.
Other match titles that you can enjoy on video are, for instance, Leeds versus Featherstone.
Ninth place Salford are tonight's visitors to Headingley as Leeds look for their 10th successive victory, a feat that has not been achieved by the Headingley side since 1972-73 season. Obvious that Brendan Hill would be the man on that ball as Powell comes in now for Leeds. Leeds looking for the first score of the evening. Ward gets the pass away to Keith Reid. A short ball to Heron, and that's David Heron in for the try, the opening score of the evening. 9 minutes gone and Leeds going to a 4 points to nil lead. Short pass. A large contingent from Leeds have made the trek to Naughton Park this afternoon to see whether Leeds can continue a run of 10 successive victories. They will also be hoping that Leeds can also continue their fine recent form at Naughton Park, where they have been unbeaten in the last 4 visits. By the fullback Barry Dowd as the move died through lack of support, but Andrew Smith made a good break there. Cliff Lyons, dummies, turns inside to Heron. David Heron scored 2 tries on Thursday night. Weavingham beats, oh what a tremendous try this is going to be for David Heron. Leeds back in the game with a superb solo try there by Dave Heron. So 2 teams with identical league records during the last 11 matches, ready to take the field for a crucial second half in a destination of the First Division Championship. Leeds 1 defeat in their last 11 games, coming last week of course at Widnes, and Widnes just 1 defeat in their last 11 games, which was a surprise defeat at the Willows, Salford. In fact, Widnes have lost only 3 times on their travels this season. That was at Wigan earlier in the season when they lost 32-10. Of course, they had a mini crisis that day when they lost Steve Rogers with a broken leg and Steve O'Neill with a broken leg. Then they had a surprise upset at Swinton, losing 17-6, and of course 22-6 at Salford 3 weeks ago. No changes to the Leeds side, not surprisingly, in view of that outstanding first half performance. But there is a change, I think, in the Widnes lineup, with John Gilbert being replaced by Darren Wright. John Gilbert sustaining, I think, an injury to his wrist, which is a bad start for the ex-Featherstone man to his new career. Just his 2nd game for the Widnes club. Made his debut last week against Leeds. And Widnes, of course, including another debutant this afternoon in Steve Bayliss on the right wing. And at loose forward, Richard Ayres completes his 50th first team appearance this afternoon. So Leeds 10, Widnes 6, and Halifax will lead against Swinton. We're hoping Leeds can hang on to this lead because it will put the Thrumhaulers back at the top of Division 1. Leeds now playing from right to left as Widnes kick off. David Heron fields the kick-off, brings on Andrew Smith. Taking Paul Hume for a piggyback ride there on the kick-off. Webb gives the ball to Heron. Heron, such brilliant form last week, of course, got that mesmerising try against Widnes at Naughton Park. Lyons gives Powell the ball. Powell comes surging forward, looking for support, gets the pass away to Medley. Medley almost through once again, but Tony Myler aware of the danger. Webb to Keith Rain, running towards the right-hand side of the field, dummying. Perhaps an inside pass might have been better, but good run all the same by Keith Rain. Webb to Heron, good pass there to Kevin Rain, looking to get a pass back outside to Webb, but the ball squirmed from his grasp into the arms of Mick Burke. Leeds starting the half lively, and Terry Webb making a massive tackling stint there, quickly across once again to tackle Steve O'Neill. And that's 3 on the trot for Webb as he assists Neil Hagan that tackle on Whitfield. Paul Hume, strong running player this lad. Not many players can alternate between second row and scrum half like he did. John Myler, he's one who can. Tackle once again by Terry Webb. Ruane gets the ball away to Ayres. Ayres inside, back to Ruane. Ruane trying for the kick, but lost possession in fact, and Creaser hastily picks that ball up. Plays the ball, comes to Heron, to Lyons, Powell. Widnes certainly appear to have tightened the defence in the early stages of the second half, as Lyons gets Wilkinson into his stride through that tackle of Andy Ruane's. Sheer power took him through there. Heron, lofted pass to Medley. Widnes keeping a watchful eye on the second row forward since that try. Heron working a move with Haig inside to Webb. Darren Wright makes that tackle. Lyons puts the kick to the corner. Well fielded though. Inside pass by David Hume, finds Tony Myler, but good cover tackle there by Carl Gibson on the Great Britain standoff half. Bayliss. Kick at the play, the ball by Lyons. That'll give Widnes 6 more tackles. Takes them back a good deal of yardage though. David Hume, well tackled by Lyons. And certainly an offence going off the ball there as Richard Ayres comes barnstorming onto that pass from John Myler. And Myler once again feeds Mike O'Neill. Whitfield to Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse looking to get a pass over the top of that tackle by Lyons, but in fact it was an offside, and so Leeds get a penalty. I think Creaser will attempt his 5th shot at goal here. Certainly will. David Creaser, who's kicked just 1 of his previous 4 attempts at goal. So 4 minutes into this second half, and Leeds looking to increase this 10-6 lead. David Creaser rightly taking his time with this kick, obviously realising the importance of it. "55 goals for Leeds this season, including the one he's kicked in the first half. Also added goals for Great Britain's under-21 team. Here he goes, round the corner. That's straight and true for David Creaser, putting Leeds 12 points to 6 in the lead now. Excellent shot, that one by Creaser. That's his 2nd goal from 5 attempts, and gives Leeds an inflated margin of 6 points now. A try and a goal the difference. And this is a short kick by John Myler. That must be obstruction, surely. The ball not going 10 yards, but Mr. Berry allowing the play to go on, much to the annoyance of the crowd. Must have been an obstruction, but Widnes allowed to play on, and Ayres gets the pass away to Darren Wright, losing possession in fact. A knock-on given and a penalty. And I think that's a little sweetener, in fact, for the original kick-off decision. Many in the crowd feeling that John Myler obstructing the man trying to get the ball. It wasn't going 10 yards. Mr. Berry eventually giving Leeds a penalty for a descent. So Creaser finds touch on the halfway mark. 12-6 to Leeds. Lions with the tap penalty. Webb brings on Powell, and Powell shrugs off that high tackle by Whitfield. Mr. Berry having a quiet word with the prop forward as he sidles away. Wilkinson into the line once again. Takes two forwards to bring him down. Plays the ball to Webb. Webb acting halfback, giving it to Lyons, who brings on Heron, and a great short pass by Heron to Rain, to Powell. Outside to Andrew Smith. Just ankle tap there by John Basnett as he came in field. But Leeds now beginning to move the ball well once again. Haig to Lyons. Out to Heron. To Keith Round. To Wilkinson. A long pass finds Carl Gibson. He's got a lot to do here though. But he bumps off that tackle. It could be a try for Gibson. It is in the corner. Well, absolutely unbelievable the strength of this man, because he looks to be slight. He doesn't look to have a tremendous build, but he shrugged off that tackle of Steve Bayliss and head for the corner, and he gives the South Stand the clenched fist salute. He's become very popular, Gibson, at Headingley since he came from Batley just 7 games ago, and he's already scored 5 tries for Leeds. That long pass by Ian Wilkinson did the damage. Let's see the try again. Lyons to Heron, bringing on Keith Rain, and Wilkinson here floats the long pass out, and Gibson has tremendous pace and power, and he bumps off Bayliss and bumps off Mick Burke to score at the corner. Not many people go past a man like Mick Burke in that fashion. Medley's done it already this afternoon, and so too now has Carl Gibson. 16-6 to Leeds now. And Gibson certainly becoming a hero at Headingley. Three tries for Leeds, and they've all been beauties. Creaser has his 6th shot at goal here. Very difficult effort, but he's hit that. Oh, just drifting wide. Hit that well, David Creaser, but it just drifted wide, so Leeds have a lead now of 16-6. Looked like he was pulling that one in, but he just didn't quite manage it. Carl Gibson really in tremendous form on this left flank for Leeds. In fact, came to Leeds as a centre. Many people thought that he was being played out of position on the wing, but he has settled well to the left wing position, as he illustrated with that try. Powell took the kick off well, and Webb gives Heron the run. And Widnes' tackling probably might step up a gear now in intensity. Webb to Powell. Powell, the worker, really underrated, this player. Not by Maurice Bamford or Peter Fox, I hasten to add, as Haig gets the pass out to Creaser into his stride. He dummies when into his midfield. David Creaser there, really tremendous run, but possibly a pass to Andy Smith might have paid better dividends, as Lyons comes with possession now for Leeds. Leeds taking command of this game. Rain, inside pass to Powell, and Leeds taking Widnes apart here now. 16-6. Wilkinson. Lyons is going to try the drop kick, it's there. 17 points to 6. And that's only Lyons' 2nd drop goal of the season. Kicked one in his First Division debut against St Helens, in fact. A massive effort, and that one a mere tiddlywink by comparison. But 17-6 to Leeds are really taking a grip on this game now. That was tremendous football, which saw David Creaser go up the north stand side. He had Andrew Smith outside him, dummied, came inside, and Widnes cover picked him off. But tremendous football all the same by the Great Britain under-21 centre. Of course, he has played full international football. So Leeds 17-6 in ascendancy now, as Andrew Smith comes from acting half-back. certainly runs with much more confidence these days, Andrew Smith. And that is possibly a result of the fact that he's had an extended run in the side. Keith Rain running off that pass from Terry Webb. And it's taken 2 or 3 men to halt Keith Rain on every occasion this afternoon. Lyons puts the kick downfield once again, and that's going to find Steve Bayliss out of position and gain Leeds a position some 40 yards downfield. Having a superb game, Cliff Lyons. But then again, he rarely does play badly. So can Terry Webb improve his scrum figures? He can't. Widnes have possession. Tony Myler beats the first tackle of Neil Haig, but Lyons is away quickly from scrum half to assist his half-back colleague, David Hume. Fieldhouse losing possession. This is not one of John Fieldhouse's better afternoon. Losing possession there inside his own half. Neil Haig to Keith Rain. He does the basics correctly there, just takes the ball up and gives Leeds a look at the 25-yard line. That was Kevin Rain. And the Rain twins certainly getting through some work this afternoon. Terry Webb indicating where he wants his support. Dumming going from acting halfback. Possibly setting up another drop kick here, perhaps. Powell tries the chip kick. This almost paid dividends at Naughton Park last week, but that's well fielded by Darren Wright. But Powell becoming quite adept now at these kick-throughs. Yet another aspect of his game. Ruane to Mike O'Neill, and what a tackle that was by Paul Medley. Rocked the Great Britain prop forward in his heels. Certainly added aggression to his tackling, Paul Medley, in the last fortnight. As John Fieldhouse and Leeds' tackling has absolutely got the crowd going berserk, because they really are knocking Widnes back. They're making no ground whatsoever. Keith Rain forcing Whitfield back in that tackle. Trying to open it out now, Widnes, but Curry's there with a tremendous tackle. Well, that was a real blockbuster of a tackle. And I can't quite see who the man is who's laid out. It just shows the power of the tackling of Tony Curry. There was nothing malicious about that tackle at all. Quite legitimate, quite fair. And in fact, Paul Hume is the man injured. I don't think he saw Tony Curry coming, but he'd set his sights on the second row forward and absolutely took him clean out of the game. So Leeds with a 17-6 lead now, looking good to upset the first division leaders. And victory this afternoon would put Leeds back in third position over Wigan. So Widnes then penned inside their own half, inside their own 10-yard line in fact. And Leeds' tackling is absolutely astounding in the face of a real scrum beating. John Myler has to kick to relieve pressure, and in fact it's an excellent kick. Underrated player John Myler, certainly lived in his brother's shadow for many of his seasons at Widnes, although he actually got into the first team earlier. And gets possession from this scrum. Leeds losing another one against the head there. So Peter Fox might in fact be thinking about bringing Colin Maskell on at some stage in this second half to try and redress this scrum balance, as Widnes come once again through. Tony Myler gets the pass away to Richard Ayres, but the tackle as ever from Terry Webb. Ayres, good pass to Mike O'Neill, but Curry's tackle again rock solid. John Myler to brother Tony, and Powell. The Leeds tackling, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all at the moment. As David Hume works a run around with John Myler, gets the pass away to O'Neill, back inside to David Hume. This is good football by the Chemics. That pass is forward surely, but Mr. Berry says play on. Certainly looked more forward than the one that David Creaser was pulled back for in the first half as the bomb goes up and Wilkinson takes it superbly and comes away with possession. Tackled by Fieldhouse just outside the Leeds quarter line, and a penalty against Mike O'Neill for that late challenge on Wilkinson. And I think somebody's going to be spoken to for dissent again. There's the bomb. Wilkinson took it superbly, came away with possession. The shoulder came in from Fieldhouse, then another one. Oh, and that was the offence. Came down with the elbow on him. And he's a fortunate man to stay on the field, Mike O'Neill, because Wilkinson was grounded, and the elbow, one of the worst tackles, the worst offences in the game. Rightly punished, but not punished harshly enough, perhaps. So Leeds inside the Widnes half once again through Paul Medley. Lyons to Powell, and Powell will take the ball up, take two tacklers and set up the position for the next players. Webb goes blindside to Keithrain, short pass to Heron. Heron being a bit quieter than at Naughton Park last week, but I feel he might be carrying an injury as Webb gets the pass out to Medley. Lyons with the long pass to Haig. Haig swivels and gets the pass back to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson, that injury is certainly not dampened his spirit. He's still going forward. He's got Creaser on the outside, and the pass was a good one, but Creaser met there by the on-rushing John Basnett. A tremendous crash tackle by the winger. The bomb goes up. This time will test Mick Burke, but Mick Burke, he too is a safe fullback under the high kick. He took that one well, under pressure. Ruane for Widnes. Man who's got the unenviable task of succeeding Keith Elwell. Offside against Leeds, the decision. Terry Webb adjudged to be offside there when he dived on that loose possession. A crowd of some 6,000 or 7,000 here this afternoon. Perhaps Leeds could have wished for a little bigger following, because form has been good in recent weeks, and this is good opposition. Not come any better than table toppers, as Widnes try to show the style that put them at the top of the table, but Leeds tackling everything that moves. Certainly an outstanding defensive performance by Peter Fox's side, but Tony Myler makes a good jinking run there. Good football by the Chemics this. David Hume out to Bayliss. Bayliss into his stride. Bumps off the tackle of Wilkinson. Inside the Leeds 25. Tackled by Gibson and Keith Rain. And Paul Hume trying to drag Gibson off. Wants a quick play the ball. Gets the pass to John Myler. Another long pass there. Finds Tony Myler. And Tony Myler well stopped on that occasion by Medley. And of course Terry Webb. Tackling stint must be absolutely astronomical this afternoon. He must have known he wasn't going to get much possession from the scrums. He set his stall out to put in a massive tackling stint. Lyons thought he'd got a rare scrum heel, but not allowed to go. This time it is. Leeds do get the scrum heel, and Wilkinson comes up into the line. Forward pass again there. That was another hairline decision. And Leeds are in fact going to make that substitution now, as I fancied earlier. Terry Webb, who's done an absolutely fantastic job as a tackling hooker, is being replaced by Colin Maskell, and Maskell will hopefully redress the scrum balance, because Leeds have really suffered at in the tight, but they've got the scrum heel this time. Maskell's presence has been felt immediately as Terry Webb goes off to a tremendous ovation, rightly so. Lyons gets the pass away to Heron, and he brings on Kevin Rain. Kevin Ray looking for support. Powell was there, just couldn't get the pass away. The Leeds support play is good now as Heron gets Haig into his stride, sidestepping into and away from that tackle of John Myler. And Haig having a swing at John Myler, but I think Mr. Berry spotted the first offence. Use of the knee, in fact, I think, in a tackle. And so Leeds have another penalty. And David Creaser this time is going for a shot at goal. His 7th attempt of the afternoon. Just landed the 2. Certainly the crowd must be well pleased with this performance by Leeds. They've really risen to the occasion as they had to do, because if Leeds lose today, all hopes of the championship have gone. So it's David Creaser then looking to extend this lead of 17 points to 6. Hit it high, but just wide again. So David Creaser not having the best of good fortune with his kicking this afternoon. 7 attempts, 2 conversions. He got the height, but he lacked direction there, David Creaser. And so drop out on the 25 for Widnes. In fact, Widnes making a substitution. Keith Newton is coming on to replace Mick Burke, which is obvious, who must obviously be injured. Wilkinson fields that ball well, comes forward, tackled by Fred Whitfield. Maskell acting half-back, gives the ball short to Keith Rain. Keith Rain had an outstanding game for Leeds, but then again just about everybody in the field has for Leeds. Heron inside, looking for support in Colin Maskell. Maskell now, short pass to Haig. Haig brings on Lyons. Lyons, short pass to Curry. This could be dangerous for Leeds. Gets the pass out of the tackle, and this is going to be another try for Gibson. It is his 2nd of the afternoon, and the Curry-Gibson partnership works once again. He got a great pass out of the tackle to Tony Curry, and Carl Gibson scored his 2nd try of the afternoon and his 20th try of the season all told. Carl Gibson absolutely lapping this up, and that's the salute that Ellery Hanley practices for Wigan so enthusiastically. Let's see that try once again, because it was another good one. Maskell to Haig, brings on Cliff Lyons. Short pass to Curry was a beauty, into the gap, short pass out to Gibson, and Gibson had the pace to beat any covering defender. So Leeds' lead now is 21-6, and Gibson at £50,000 is looking a snip. 6 tries in 9 appearances for Leeds now, Carl Gibson. And David Creaser with his 8th shot at goal. That's a beauty. Yes, David Creaser kicks his 3rd goal of the afternoon. 23 points to 6. And when things are going for you, you can usually do nothing wrong. David Creaser then extending the Leeds lead to 23-6 now. And this must be one of Widnes' heaviest defeats of the season. Creaser's goal, an absolute gem there from the touchline. So it's Roy Powell from the kick-off. Leeds, who, as I said earlier, inflicted on the Widnes their heaviest defeat at Headingley last season, 43-10 in a league game, looking to increase that to 23-6 margin. David Heron for Leeds, inside pass to Curry, who's in absolutely electric form. Certainly Tony Curry must be an Australian candidate for the tour, and so too is Cliff Lyons on present form. That's a big kick downfield. That'll make Widnes turn and chase. Carl Gibson's coming from nowhere here. He's going to score a try. Well, that's incredible. It's a hat-trick for Carl Gibson. I don't know what Steve Bayliss was thinking of. He must wish the ground would open up and swallow him. Tony Myler's giving him the old verbals. And Carl Gibson, for the third time in this half, scores a try for Leeds. Don't think he can believe his luck. It really triumphed there for Perseverance. Lions kicked the ball downfield. A real good kick it was too. Judged in goal area. Bayliss was first there. He should have kicked that ball dead, but Gibson just flung himself at the ball to score. Quite incredible try, incredible pace from Carl Gibson to get that try. Came from the clouds to score. That's his first hat-trick for Leeds. He scored 3 hat-tricks in his career for Batley. That must be the first of many for Leeds. 2 tries in almost 3 minutes for Carl Gibson. And 7 now in 9 appearances for Leeds. Certainly looks like being the modern day John Atkinson at Headingley. As Creaser has his shot at goal, this time it's wide. 3 from 9 now, David Creaser. But Leeds' lead is 27 points to 6. And Carl Gibson has the first hat-trick of his Headingley career in his 8th game. 27-6 the margin. And I don't think many people in this crowd would have envisaged that type of scoreline before the kick-off. So John Myler with the kick-off yet again. This time Richard Gunn, who's just replaced David Heron at loose forward. Richard Gunn, a very promising future regarded for him at Headingley. He captained the Colts side. Only his second appearance of the season, Richard Gunn. He actually came on substitute against Dewsbury on Boxing Day. He's not yet made a full appearance for Leeds, signed just 2 years ago, 19 years of age, and a very outstanding prospect. Lions with the big kick downfield once again, and the crowd willing Gibson to do it again. He comes across and makes the tackle though on John Myler. Carl Gibson can do no wrong for the Leeds public at the moment, but he's done wrong in Mr. Berry's eyes because that was a foul tackle, he says, and John Myler will kick for touch. And not the best of touch kicks by John Myler, slicing that ball. And it's Keith Newton for Widnes, the substitute forward. Mike O'Neill met by a strong tackle by Tony Curry. Feature of this game, Curry's tackling this afternoon. And Fieldhouse has been very quiet indeed. Ruane, short pass to Tony Myler. Tony Myler with a good pass there to Mike O'Neill. Good football by Widnes. Inside pass attempted there, but it went forward. And there's kicking up. That's absolutely needless. There's no need for that at all. Steve Bayliss, tackled by Richard Gunn, and kicking a man on the floor. Must be sheer frustration, that's all it can be. As Leeds have this scrum. Lions feeds. But the referee, Mr. Berry, not happy with the scrums. He's not really been happy with them all afternoon, in fact. And a penalty to Widnes. Lions has certainly conceded some penalties, and he's conceded another one there for throwing the ball away. At 27-6, it's highly unlikely Widnes will go for goal. In fact, John Myler doing the obvious and kicking for touch. So it's Bayliss taking the quick tap penalty for Widnes now. A very well beaten side, but they'll try and get some respectability on this scoreline, I would think. As Keith Newton comes forward, plays the ball to Ruane. Ruane to Paul Hume. Oh, Tony Myler there, shrugged off that high tackle from his Great Britain colleague Kevin Rain. Of course, they were colleagues last week against France, but that high tackle took its toll on Tony Myler. The ball being moved across field here to John Basnett. Gets the pass out of the tackle, but Darren Wright was half asleep possibly there, not ready for that pass and dropping the ball. So Leeds have very much rediscovered their best Headingley form in 1986. Widnes have another heel against the head. Tony Myler once again, he's had so much possession, I don't think he knows how much to use it. As John Myler goes from acting half-back, tackled round the legs by David Creaser. Ayres for Widnes. Looking to get a pass out of the tackle, but 3 men there swarming into that tackle on the loose forward for Widnes. Ruane, Paul Hume turns inside to Fred Whitfield, and he's dumped there by Richard Gunn. Big kick coming up here from Richard Ayres. Wilkinson's there underneath it, takes it magnificently again, beats that tackle by Mike O'Neill, slips unfortunately as he looked to be bringing the ball clear. Wilkinson, just another one of the outstanding members of this Leeds team this afternoon. Maskill to Powell. Maskill once again, short pass to Kevin Rain. Kevin Rain taken just on the 25-yard line. Cliff Lyons, the ball squirming from his grasp there. So knock on given. Paul Hume working the scrums there and getting possession for Widnes, bringing Richard Ayres onto that ball, broke from the pack quickly. Cliff Lyons healed that ball from the play of the ball, but should really have got possession for Leeds actually there, but Widnes quickly came round and regathered it. And Keith Newton brings the ball forward for the Chemics. David Hume going on a blindside run. He'll get no change there from Keith Rain. Bayliss. The Milers. John Basnet coming in field for some work as he did last week. Can't have quite the same effect though now as Whitfield gets the possession out to Myler. Back to Whitfield, he's bumped referee and everybody out of the way, and that's a try, a simple try for Widnes. Tony Myler interpassing there with Fred Whitfield for the simplest of tries. Fred Whitfield, who hadn't scored all season until last week, scored against Leeds, repeats the efforts there. Fieldhouse got the pass to Ruane. Whitfield got the pass to Tony Myler. The pass came back to the prop forward. He bumped Jeff Berry, the referee, out of the way and had little difficulty in plunging over for the try. 27 points to 10, and John Myler's conversion makes it 27-12. With some 34 minutes gone in this second half. The game well beyond Widnes' reach now. And the man of the match award goes, not surprisingly, to Carl Gibson. Actually, there were so many in contention for the award. I suppose it's gone for the man who scored 3 tries. Cliff Lyons has had a superb game, but then again, everybody in this Leeds side has a really vintage performance. Haig with the kick downfield. Misfielded by Steve Bayliss, who's had really a nightmare second half. Particularly with that try, of course. Must have nightmares about that probably in the coming week. Ayres for Widnes once again. Met by the tackle of Powell and Gunn. 2 plays for the future there for Leeds. Very much so. Paul Hume back to Myler. John Myler with the kick, and that's misfielded by Andrew Smith, and that will find touch for Widnes inside the Leeds half. Tried to trap the ball with his foot, Andrew Smith. The ball rolled underneath his studs, and Widnes have a foothold inside the Leeds half once again. So Leeds look to have extended this very fine home sequence against Widnes at Headingley. Looks like their 22nd win in 28 league meetings here. As Tony Myler brings on David Hume. Good football by the Chemics this. Good tackle though also by Richard Gunn. John Myler to Paul Hume. Out to Ayres. Gets the pass away to Newton. Newton's got support in Darren Wright, but he doesn't pass to him. Wilkinson makes the cover tackle. Widnes looking much livelier now though. Fieldhouse going for the line there, tackled some 2 yards short. Leeds will be keen not to allow Widnes to get further scores on this score sheet, as they really don't appear to have warranted too many points this afternoon, the Widnes team. And in fact, Paul Hume losing possession there, and that will be a tap on the Leeds 25. Certainly one of the performances of the season by Leeds, particularly with the tries from Gibson and Lyons and Medley. Gunn plays the ball to Maskell, and he brings on Kevin Rain. Lyons looking for the kick, but dummy, and gets the pass away to Tony Curry. There's always danger when these two work a move. And Curry's still trying to get that pass out of the tackle, but the weight of Keith Newton and David Hume actually forced the Australian down. Powell shrugs off the tackle of Fieldhouse, and if Powell hasn't enhanced his test prospects this afternoon, I don't know what he has to do, because he's really outplayed John Fieldhouse in every aspect of the game. Neil Haig kicks for ground. Bayliss fields the ball, taken by Gibson and dumped unceremoniously too. Gibson underlining his mastery of this ex-Fulham St Helens wingman Steve Bayliss. Not had the happiest debuts for the Chemics. Scored a try in the first half, but then gave that try away for Carl Gibson to get his hat-trick for Leeds. Was that an offence there? Stamping on a man at the play of the ball? I just can't understand Widnes. Really lack of discipline there by Dougie Lawton's side. They had possession, there was no need at all to get involved, and so Leeds have this penalty, and David Creaser will take his shots at goal to double figures now, his 10th attempt. No, he's going for touch in fact. David Creaser choosing to go for touch. Leeds looking to increase this lead of 27-12. Keith Rain in possession. Widnes a well-beaten side now. Maskell to Kevin Rain. Two former Wakefield Trinity players. And here's a third in Keith Rain, just short of the line, 5 yards short of the Widnes line here. Lyons, he's looking for a score, gets the pass out to Richard Gunny. Took the pass, which was behind him. Tackled there by Richard Ayres. Lyons to Haig, short pass to Tony Curry. Curry's looking for Gibson, but the pass knocked down by David Hume. But the eagerness of the Leeds side there, summed up by that quick retrieve of that ball by Maskell. Dived on that possession. 5 yards short of the line now. Can Leeds get into the 30 mark as Richard Gunn burrows to within 2 yards of the Widnes line? Keith Rain, hauled back from the line, is he? On his back. Could have been another try, but he's on his back, and Cliff Lyons disputing the decision. He felt that he'd got the touchdown, but Leeds, who have scored 5 tries to 2, denied one on that occasion. Into injury time now, as Paul Hume gets scrum possession for Widnes. John Myler, of course, reverted to the full-back role. Ayres. Not had quite the convincing performance that they had last week at Naughton Park. Leeds have really exacted revenge on Widnes for that narrow 2018 defeat. Fieldhouse to Newton, who took his eye off the ball. The ball was knocked backwards, said Mr. Berry, so play on. David Hume looking to get the pass away. What a tackle that was once again. That time by Medley, and he's there again, but Myler burst through that one. But Medley's tackle on Whitfield absolutely shook the prop forward. Mike O'Neill, still a game forward for Widnes, coming Onto the ball, gives it to Basnett, who kicks for touch, but that's going in on the full. Must have thought he was back to his rugby union days there, John Basnett, kicking for line. That went in on the full, so Leeds have the head and feed at this scrum. Into injury time, leading by 27 points to 12. And Lyons gets the ball for Leeds. Haig misses out Creaser and brings on Wilkinson. Neil Haig, Kevin Rain gets the pass away. Lyons misses it, but Curry scoops that ball up into his stride in a flash. Gets the ball out to Lyons. Once again, Powell in support, tackled by 3 cover defenders. And there's a fence off the ball here. Tony Curry and Richard Ayres getting involved. Haig, that was a high tackle by Fred Whitfield. And that'll be punished as well. High tackle there on Kevin Rain by the prop forward Fred Whitfield. Almost on the stroke of full time here. And David Creaser is going to have his 10th shot at goal after all. Should really be a formality to extend the lead. So victory today will put Leeds to within 6 points of Widnes. And of course, if Halifax have held on to that lead against Swinton, which had become more precarious as the game went on, then Halifax would have 33 points, Leeds would have 28, so Leeds would still be in the championship race with 3 games in hand. So Creaser has the simplest of tasks, 25 yards out, straight in front of the post, looking for his 4th goal of the afternoon with 10 attempts. And there it is, simple shot by David Creaser, 29-12. And there is the final hooter, in fact. Leeds complete a marvellous performance, 5 tries to 2 against the Widnes side, top of the league. There's a replay of the conversion which gave Leeds the 29-12 victory, but that's a marvellous performance by Leeds. Man of the match, Carl Gibson scored his first hat-trick, 3 tries for Leeds, but also brilliant tries by Medley and Lyons. Gave them this victory which puts them right back in the championship race and in good heart for tomorrow morning's Challenge Cup quarter-final draw, when Leeds will go into the hat along with Widnes, of course. Carl Gibson signing autographs, and he'll be the toast of Headingley tonight. 3 tries, 7 tries now in 9 appearances for Leeds, and Carl Gibson well on his way to joining the ranks of Atkinson, Smith, Turnbull and the like as a great Leeds winger.